All right. Really hope that the overlay did update here, and just gonna check to confirm. And here we are. Yes, don't worry about the abrupt introduction there. This is Paviz versus Pirate. Looks like Paviz is Italian and Pirate I don't remember, but Pirate has been playing in several of my team game tournaments, so that's a known name to me. Not too sure about Paviz, but anyway, this is the mid-ELO medieval tourney gold division final. Now that's a mouthful to say enough times, but anyway, we have the first game always on rune stones due to Arabia inconsistencies in the previous patch when the tournament launched. So Runestones is a designated first map, and we have the draft in the command here. Let me just use the command to show their sims of choice for the upcoming battles, and also a maps. So we have Berbers versus Aztecs here, and while Aztecs have the superior earlier economy with their more carrying resources per trip, so to speak, to +3 resources or whatever the ratio is these days, the Berbers really shine in the Castle Age. So Aztecs, their Castle Age Eagles play is almost eliminated by the Berbers' cheaper cavalry. You'd have to have a solid head start to the Castle Age over the Berbers in order to pull off an Eagles play, I think. Even though the Eagles are potentially easier to mass. Godt nytt år går gærne. So, but in the feudal age, Aztecs could of course go men-at-arms into archers with success. Berbers could too, but with the eco boost of the Aztecs, it is easier to pull it off by far. You don't even need to mine gold to go for 3 men-at-arms with the Aztecs, because Aztecs start with... I keep looking at green for the Aztecs, but they're over here. Aztecs start with 50 more gold. It's just smoothing out the openings that involve gold, like the men-at-arms. Tompier Pirate most definitely not going for the pre-meal rush here, and that also wouldn't really make sense with this map, which is very open in the front for both players. I hope we see some open action here with scouts, and I don't know what the Aztecs will be going for. Could just be spear defense, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see an infantry play into archers here, maybe even just straight archers, but that doesn't really play into the Berbers' mobility. You want to punish that earlier. Here comes the barracks. So Paviz is going for the pre-mill rush here with the Aztecs. Again, easier to pull off when you start with 50 extra gold. Your 3 militia don't really impact the cost of a loom, which will grant your villagers more hit points and some extra defense stats. They're both pushing in deer by the looks of it, yeah, indeed. And more importantly for the Berbers, if you want to go for the scouts, these pushing in this deer with 140 food on each is really a nice boost to the early food economy. Oh, gotta get those villagers working though. I hate it when this happens, when they clutter up around the teeth. Can't you just walk around and start eating meat on the other side? He's gonna be put to work shortly though, but that's a villager that's been idling completely for, for quite a while here. There's the barracks for Parrot. And I keep talking about the scouts here, but that's a real early barracks, so we might actually be adapting the plans here to whatever the Aztecs are doing. Loom now on the way for Pirate. Eagle getting a little poke there, but Loom right around the corner as mentioned, so this Eagle Scout, even with its poor attack, won't be able to get a villager snipe this time around. Village on the way for the Berbers, which means the scouts can enter. Paviz is going to have to rely on the rush aggression here, upsetting Pirate enough to be able to wall off at home and pull off the Castle Age, most likely, unless the follow-up is Feudal Age Archers, which could be a play as well. And but I don't see any feudal clicking for Paviz yet, so I think this is a drush or pre-mill drush past castle play here. So as far as maps go, they seem to be enjoying the more open, not so easily wallable maps, both of them, because Paviz has picked Atacama among others maps, and Pirate with Land Madness and Nomad, and Pirate was doing very well in my Nomad 2v2 tournament last year, so no, not too surprising there. We see the age up in Italian here, so it's a giveaway that the language of Paviz's game is Italian. Pounding away with walls here, forcing a reaction, which means that some of the builders on the woodlands will be very much idled here. Same on the gold. Scouting of Paviz seems on point here. It's going to be hard to hit the berries because all of the villagers are on the far side. They're just a quick gate away from keeping the rush aggression out. There's one builder who has to flee back, and that scout. Perfect timing there to prevent quick walls, stay in just the spot to force the villagers to run away. And this Drush definitely getting value now. I mean, Pirate, yes, did probably want to go for the... may have wanted to go for the scouts, but adapted into a couple of builders and gold to now make some archers to clean up the Drush, and of course they could be used... Oh, sorry, it's the Men-at-Arms. Of course it's the Men-at-Arms. That's why the barracks went up that early. Should have seen that. I'm just too blinded by the fact that Berbers are a cavalry sib, but Men-at-Arms against Aztecs, it's a bit, and that's all the more reason for Paviz to go for the pre-build rush, because a rush kind of negates the Men-at-Arms timing. So I didn't even see these green dots here, my apologies for that, but Pirate is making some nice counter-aggression here on this. How is that even a hole? That's so mean. There's a big gap here that's unfortunately very hard to spot, and Paviz is now going to be suffering some counter-aggression. Two villagers down, Paviz. Pirate's getting the kills here with the Men-at-Arms. He's gonna get a third one unless these villagers are able to escape somehow through deleting the lumber camp, the palisades. Oi, 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 disaster for the Aztecs here. Three villagers down. And even so, Pirate is 3 villagers ahead? How? What am I missing here? Pirate has killed 3 villagers, that's why he's ahead. My head is not in place today, apparently. It's a villager lead for Pirate, of course, after killing 3 villagers of Paviz, and I'm reading the stats all wrong here, so my apologies about that. The archers are out to defend against Men-at-Arms, and now TC5 will deal with the rest of them. I know that feeling when you look away for a second and the Men-at-Arms start chasing some unit and boom, they run into TC Fire and die. But they've proven their value. 4 villagers killed total by Pirate, establishing a nice economic lead here over Paviz, although the Aztecs still have their eco bonus going for them, essentially carrying 3 more resources per trip from the very get-go. So losing a couple of villagers isn't a disaster at this stage in the game. Let's have a look at the military count here. Fletching is in for Paviz, it's not the case for Pirate, and that has to do with the fact that Paviz has 1 range blacksmith, while Pirate went for the 2 ranges, wants to go for numbers over upgrades. It does have the blacksmith though, so fletching shouldn't be too far away. We'll need just a tiny bit more food here to afford it. Even mixing in a skirmisher, which I think is a good call. A couple of skirmishers in the mix with the archers could really upset these battles here. Full walls almost for Paviz here now. 5 on gold. Could of course supplement the archers with some eagle scouts here, just in case any skirmishers are spotted. Oh, the backside here isn't wall either. It's a huge area to wall. It's kind of greedy from Paviz, and also a lot of resources going into it, but Pirate investing heavily into Feudal Age here will be beaten quite handily to the Castle Age transition by Paviz here, I think. And I don't think Pirate really has the numbers to do more damage here either. Maybe still those early villagers killed here, giving a lead. What was that? More mid ELO tourneys, now the gold division. I think we're still in the between the high 1400s, low 1600s range here, but I didn't check today. Good call on Pirate to pull the armies back here, because there wasn't really too much damage to be done here, and Pavis somehow, I guess, is more consistent military production, because they're even in military, even though Pavis has two ranges, and as far as I can tell, even though Pirate has two ranges, as far as I can tell, Pavis only has one. Opening the gate here to let the units in. Pirate not too far off from that castle age either, and that could mean the Berber's cavalry switch. But is hesitant to engage here. One skirmisher, one archer more as well. No re-walling here. So really taking advantage of the opportunity here. They're going to trade somewhat evenly here. They have similar numbers. It's going to come down to micromanagement, but that one skirmisher also getting some value here. Yeah, Pavis cleans it up though. And another did lose the Eagle Scout earlier on, so now makes another one for mainly for scouting purposes, but also to deal with units up front like this, especially skirmishers. It is indeed the cavalry switch now for Pirates. Double range Feudal Age archers into the cheaper Berber's cavalry Sepam in the Castle Age, and that should be... I mean, Pavis doesn't really have any military to benefit from the Castle Age upgrade, so a bit unfortunate to get caught by the units here. Aztecs should still go infantry defense in the Castle Age, I guess, with the pikemen. The barracks work a little bit faster, but pikes don't really have the... They're not ideal in the Castle Age to deal with the cavalry flood of the Berbers, I'd say. Small group of units moving forward here, but Pirate flexing the quick house, quick walling skills here to disallow entrance of Pavis's armies here. Reaching Castle Age in below 23 minutes, I mean, here for Pirate, and Berber's cavalry, as we know, is a little bit 15% cheaper, so it's easier to get the first few knights out. These units are gunners, no matter what here. Just the first two knights out there, they'll clean up this, even without scale barding armor, they'd be able to clean it up, of course. And Pavis now switching to the Eagles. And Pirate seems walled, although palisade walls, they're not going to keep Eagles out indefinitely. Microwaving away the weak knight here and a new one to... Oh, is the Eagle gonna get that one? Nope. Okay, so I'm probably gonna keep this 2 HP knight at home, get the monster up, heal it up. Aztecs to deal with Berbers. I mean, they have very strong monks as well. Aztecs get 5 hit points per monastery upgrade, so with that in mind, Pavis could still get back into it. Here is a flooding unit now, a mix of spearmen and, or possibly to become pikemen and eagle warriors here, and suddenly Pavis is the one in the military lead here with the double stables pumping out units for Pirate back home here, but one of these knights very weakened as well, and the third stable going up to keep up with the Aztecs production mass here. Going for the counter aggression here, even with the Eagles sitting out on the hill here. Spearman, not really a danger to cast Age Knights, but they only have +1/+1, so could be a bit of a concern. It's harder to micro down the Spearman when you have them mixed in a group of Eagles like this. And HP wise, this should be very even. However, army numbers could change up who gets the better trades here. Monk trying to get a conversion there on the Eagles. The Eagles have conversion resistance, so that's usually not going to happen easily. Bringing out the Monk here together with the Knights to heal up Knights, of course, and potentially reconvert if Paviz goes for the Monks here as well. Paviz isn't really making any Monks here, just relying on the infantry masses here, and of course Monks are costly as well. They cost 100 gold a piece, not to mention the upgrades needed for speed and hit points and whatnot. And RB numbers 30 to 24. Let's have a little look at the overall value here. HP well ahead for the Knights. Of course, you don't want to fight pikes with Knights unless you really have to. One Scorpion here getting some hits through the armies, but also nothing too significant now. Fighting on top of the hill here, and guess the bonus damage of the pikes is really showing here. They're almost fully upgraded, and Pirate needs to bail here. Loses a lot of Knights here and runs into a fight that can't actually be won against the Aztecs that have faster working barracks as well, so they have a mean way to mass units like this. And if there's eco to make both Eagles and Pikes, I guess that's not so easy for the Berbers to deal with after all. More town centers going up, could be mainly for defensive purposes here. Are you gonna quick wall this? Oh, she's gonna bail. Oh, quick wall! Quick wall! I'm not sure if these palisades are gonna... Is this a debate from Pirates here? Is definitely gonna lose that Builder, gonna lose that Monk as well. Are there enough Knights here to take the fight? +2 attack coming in, that's crucial when fighting masses like this that have decent infantry upgrades as well. So Berber's cavalry is 15% cheaper, where they're not exactly crash units in terms of cost-efficient trades. So Pirate relying solely on one unit here with the Berbers, but being outmatched in numbers here, twice the army numbers of Paviz here, and as a result matching the hit points, but also mixing in the counter unit here to easily deal with the cavalry. Cavalry flood. And now for the Eagle, they're splitting up, actually, chasing the cavalry with pikes, raiding at home base of Pirate with the Eagles. I love that split up play here, finding the openings and going to render a lot of the farming eco idled at the very least. As TC on the gold did go down as well. I think Pirate actually may or may not have lost the resources for building it as well. Oh, and all the Knights went down to the pikes. So many Aztecs pikes here. Pirate needs to go back into crossbows or skirmishers or something here, but the eco doesn't really... The eco is completely idle and there's no resources in the bank other than to pump out some more Knights here. At least the Eagles get dealt with, so that's decent for Pirate, but now something to skirmisher, deal with pikemen like skirmishers or some such really has to happen. Here comes the forward siege workshop. So Berber's Kryptonite is a pike siege push, pike ram push, for example, or especially in the Imperial Age with the siege ram, but production capability might even go down, and if a knight pops out at the wrong side here, the knight will die instantly to the pike masses here. This isn't looking too good for the green player on this first Runestalls match. There's an opening over here as well. overchopped that any extra raids could enter through. Paviz, having kept Pirate on their tiptoes at home here, has also established an economic lead here. They have comparable eco upgrades. I guess double with Bozo isn't in for Paviz, but higher villager numbers kind of compensate for that regardless. The stables go down, but at this point the Pirate can't really rely on the cavalry anyways. Too many pikes here. And the resources are running scarce at Pirate's base as well. No, not really in the safe woodlands. Going to the side goal. Oh! That's a bit lucky of Paviz to move her exactly, but that's also a great reaction by Pirate to pull the villagers away and try to lure away the eagles there for a quick wall to keep the eagles out. But here they come to raid again. Gonna get some more kills here for Pirates. 14 kills and counting. There's a ram in the siege workshop here as well, but that economy goes so punished so much for Pirate here, and the Aztecs pick really paying off. Some knights trying for counter raids here, but the pikes are still here to deal with that. 32 pikemen, only lacking the second attack upgrade for Paviz here. Good attempts by Pirate to shake things up a bit there with the counter attack, but it doesn't look pretty for the green player at this point. Be actually, I was going to say behind the economy, but there's been some consistent booming behind this from these two DCs, so Pirate still actually at a couple of builders lead, but no wheelbarrow, so the farming economy especially will suffer from being less efficient than Paviz is. Now, crossbows are in, so that's usually a good response to the pikemen, but the eagles hard counter the crossbows as they can have high pierce armor and can run in close, so it's a mix of pike crossbow. Well, it seems like it's awkward for Berbers to deal with as well. The villager goes down 23-10 is the villager difference here, but considering that, it's still equal, somewhat equal villager numbers here, eco numbers. However, Pirate at half the military of the opponent here. Crossbows, there aren't that many eagles out on the field, so I guess crossbows make sense. Might get lucky and spot the gold here as well. Eagles are gold heavy, so if you cripple the gold income, that's going to hurt the eagle production as well. No ballistics though, so it's going to be harder to snipe villagers moving about, and eagles and pikes out here yet again to obstruct the economy of the newly acquired TC of Pirate. Oh, goes for the gold now, sees the gold. Nice. Good spot by Pirate here to move in, and Paviz won't really notice here. Staying close for increased accuracy here. No immediate reaction by Paviz, but hopefully we'll react to this soon. There we go, some builders going down. Pirate now at 30 villager kills here. But the pressure continues forward as well. Pike numbers very, very low now. What's happening to the pikes? Why are the pikes getting slaughtered? I guess Paviz is raiding with pikes and losing them somehow here. Paviz pulling some builders off stone here. Is he gonna go camel archers now? Or is it just for a defensive castle to secure this third gold over here? Some eagles still chasing, but I guess I think the knights will deal nicely with that. And there's still a crossbows to deal with at home for Paviz as well, where some eagles are something to need to move forward. Trying for a forward castle! There's not that much military to back it, so this... But there's also not much military for Pirate to deny it. Pirate does have stone for a tower, though could go for a defensive tower here to stop that castle from going up. It's within the line of sight of the TC as well, so if Pirate reacts quickly enough, a counter tower should be sufficient to deal with this. Here are the eagles and pikes to provide protection for the villagers, though. Feels a bit far away, but it still denies the gold here, so it should be alright. Fletching is in, no bodkin. Oh, 34 build, we do 20 here now. Eagles, crossbow. No, Eagles pike against crossbow, knight, scorpion here. This infantry spam is must really be getting tedious for pirate here, but I can't believe pirates survived all these raids here, and they're still stabilizing, keeping up with the economy. Another castle going up here as well, which will limit raids entering from this area. That's a huge commitment of builders to getting it up, but the quick walls will save most of the builders. This castle goes up, and the pikes and eagles will not be able to get close to snipe builders before this one completes. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do some infantry masses now, I think, Paviz. But Paviz, with the score lead here, seems to have a kind of a healthier eco setup overall as well. Eagle hunting the kills here. 24-36 is the Eco KD. Paviz now establishing a villager lead here through the raids and everything, but Pirate is going Imperial Age, which will give Berbers... They don't get Arbalest, but they get 20% cheaper cavalry in the Imperial Age, and Hussars for raiding potential, and Aztecs only get pikemen, not halberdiers, so Hussar raids could be really be a way back here for the Berbers. Also, the forward castle will be dealt with by trebuchets from Pirate, because Paviz still has a good while to go for the Imperial Age here. Doing a good job at idling a lot of the economy here, while Pirate is on the way to the Imperial Age, of course. And diminishing the military numbers as well. Maybe Pirate's Imperial Age transition was a mistake here, because it really takes a toll on the economy to go Imperial Age for the 1,000 food, 800 gold. And still committed to the crossbows here. 4 town centers now for Paviz, which explains the builder difference here as well. However, the forward presence will be going down to the earlier Imperial Age, or should be. Pirate, at least with wood and gold for 1 trebuchet here to start it off. 3 times the military for Paviz here. And we see the forward barracks going up as well for ease of production. Sending the villagers back home, actually. To gold in the back. Aztecs without gold. Not the place you want to be, but the gold isn't going to run out quite yet. The Imperial Age is in, and as we can see, Pirate is queuing a trebuchet here. Really low on military compared to Paviz, though. And the overall population as well is like almost twice for Paviz here. Nice counter raids with the crossbows here. Still no ballistics, but then again, it's not a full crossbow commitment for Pirate, so I can see why ballistics would be missing. There's not really any economy for Hussar raids here, or cavalry spam in general. I think Pirates got quite... really wanted to get that forward castle down and felt in a better spot than is the current situation here. Paviz absolutely dominating in military numbers now, and will take down this castle, I think, before Pirates can do anything about it. Trebuchet is out, second trebuchet coming out as well, so that castle will be falling, but have a look at the military numbers here now. 8 barracks producing total, pikes and eagles, and Paviz is just going to commit to the castle age here and overrun Pirate. We're actually closing in on pop-capped 200 population here for Paviz in the castle age, against the Berbers player in the Imperial Age, but with lacking military in general. Alright, at least the castle goes down, so that's good news for Pirate. However, the score is looking rather grim. More rams pouring here. Paviz doesn't have any intention of going Imperial Age here at all. He's just going to commit to the castle age, spam military, 5 times the military of Pirate now at this point, and thinking long term here, placing some forward castles on strategic places. Also potentially denies the gold over here. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe with Bodkin and Bracer, this castle denies the gold. But look at the army domination here now. I think it's over for Pirates here. That's the GG. And Paviz takes the first win. We'll be going to Pirates home maps, which will be either Atacama or Golden Pit. Let me just pull up the draft here for a quick look at what we might expect for either of these maps. Aztec winning over the Berbers here. And for the next one, for Atacama, I'm seeing Magyars. And for Golden Pit, I'm not even sure. I know the Civ's probably good for this. Let's just dive into it and see. These are recorded games, so it will show once we load the game anyway. Game 2. Sorry, I got maps mixed up here. It's of course Pirates home maps, and we're going to Land Madness. And as you can see, the matchup is Khmer Teutons, so Paviz is going to be relying on hiding in houses here. So this is Land Madness. I'm going to toggle the fast forward a little bit for the going through the Dark Age here, because we are going to cast 2 full best of 5s this evening, so that saves a little bit of time watching the build up here. I'll talk a little bit of the Sibs regardless. This is Land Madness. There's only 1 boar, but there are 2 berry patches. Should be. Oh, that's really far away, but I guess it's far away. So 2 berry patches per player. This almost looks bugged, honestly, because these are so far away, but I guess they're supposed to be somewhat neutral. Woodlines, you can't build on this grey terrain, so the area woodlines, until you chop a bit further in, they are not town centerable, to put it that way. There's a small bush right next to the TC as well to compensate a little bit for the lack of 2 boars, and there's extra hunt as well, a bit further out, which you could push in if need be. Pirates here with the Teutons. That's a surprising choice. I mean, Teutons have amazing melee units. And maybe it's taking inspiration from Viper's Red Bull 1005 win with Teutons in the final. But they will fall short of Khmer, especially in the Castle Age, because Khmer get husbandry for their cavalry and will be able to outrun Teutons in any engagements. Paviz forward now to scout, confirm that these are houses. He's pulling the scout back home, so that indicates to me that he wants to preserve the hit points on the scouts and go for the scouts opening here on Land Madness. It's a very open map, obviously, so it's going to encourage extended field age aggression and mobility, so scouts into knights rather than infantry openings into archers here. So not excluding either, but generally the mobility comes in very handy at this map. So the idle time at 10 minimum for both of them. I guess they're aiming for the same kind of opening here. 21 pop for Paviz here, Pirates at 20 and going up. So 1 population difference between the two, giving Pirates a roughly a 20 seconds lead up because of slightly higher idle town center time. Expecting the scouts, of course, already small walling in. I'm not sure if Pirate even scouted, just this is such a mobility favoring map, so of course you want to small wall the resources. Small walls aren't going to give any ranged units out like the skirmishers or archers, but oh, little poke there, nice. But Pirate is reaching the field age first and should be winning this scout fight because of that 20-second difference. Paviz will need to run away, does salvage the scout, and they end up at the same hit points after all. Oh, misclick. First placing a barracks, now placing the stable. So straight stable for the Khmer here. No barracks for spearmen. Already going to be vulnerable to Teuton scouts if that's what Pirate wanted to do, but Pirate, lacking the mobility compared to Khmer, decides to go with a bit more defensively here. Spearmen, defense. Teutons have an amazing economy in their cheaper farms. So they will be They will be wise to play it a bit on the defense lure. Hello, Rider. Long distance hunting here with the house right next to them because Khmer, if you get raided over here, you can just hop into the houses and be safe temporarily until help can arrive. Paviz deciding not to engage until at least a few more scouts are ready to join in here. 3 should be sufficient though. Here comes Pirate with the starting scout just to collect some intel here, confirm that it is indeed the scouts coming his way as well. Is Paviz doing this to just intentionally to just keep the scouts defensive? Because that's all obviously a valid play as well. Now cleans up the starting scout of Pirate. Pirate only with Spearman, but has the stable app now as well, and just now producing the scouts. How are you? Doing anything on New Year's? Went into the woods and had a campfire, brewed a cup of tea, watched some fireworks, and went back home. Lovely, eventful day. I don't like New Year's. I never know where to go, what to do. Because everybody else has plans. Well, it was okay. It was okay-ish. Oh, some sniperable farms here. That one is not sniperable, but it goes for that anyway. Very big spade. Yeah, but there's a nice middle way though. There's you 3 or 4 friends or something and have a dinner. Not a noisy party. But it's fine to be alone as well and just... That's the one day a year I'd actually prefer not to be alone and actually do something, but... Already have plans for next New Year, so that actually solves that issue for next year, so that's good. It's gonna be a better one. 9 scouts for Paviz. He's not joking around here. It's not mining gold. Yes, we're not going to see any bloodlines. Do we have a blacksmith up? We do indeed, so that could mean the defense and attack for these scout masses. They're mainly staying defensively here. Haha, you woke up. The fireworks woke you up. That's funny. Some scouts here as well, but they're just chilling out so as not to run into spears unintentionally here. Paviz with the military lead. Pirate... I'd sort of assumed that Pirate was ahead in economy or having invested less into armor, but I guess spearmen are costly as well, and Paviz is indeed closer to the next stage here, going to gold now. Khmer, well, he has the 2 buildings, but Khmer don't strictly need any buildings to go to the next stage, so just by going to gold and doubling up on the farms, you'd be able to get a nice and smooth castle age. And dodging the spear movement as well here. Husbandry obviously doesn't apply until castle age, but when or if you get to the husbandry, Paviz's scouts will be able to upgrade to light cab, something that Teutons can. Teutons will get 1 extra melee armor, but they will not get any light cab upgrade, and they will also not benefit from the husbandry speed. So, as this game progresses, I do favor Khmer as the matchup moves on. Focusing on spears, you know, still no blacksmith upgrades. Prioritizing castle age over blacksmith upgrades, and going to beat Pirate big time to the castle age here. This is another potential good game for Paviz here, I have to say. As applying good pressure, idling economy, forcing TC garrisoning here, and focusing down the stray spears. The spears don't have upgrades for Pirate either, so they aren't more resistant to scouts than they could be. Of course, they're still counter scouts, but if you have 6 scouts attacking 1 spear without upgrades, the scouts will usually be able to win without losing a single scout. Ooh, Pirate with some counter aggression here. Does he get the kill? He gets a villager, actually. That's more than Paviz has gotten, but Paviz has the castle age advantage here by 1.5 minutes. We'll be getting the knights out sooner, I have to assume. There's double stables here, so shouldn't be anything else. And a good window of opportunity to deal some proper damage after having taken out some spearmen as well. These farms are really far away from the TC, so the villagers will either be running towards the TC and idling or dying on the way over there because of the knights. And the... well, I guess there aren't really any attack upgrades to make it easier to snipe villagers, but... that is 1.5 minutes for Paviz to get the numbers lead on the knights, and they're both playing the cavalry here, so Pirate could of course double up on the spear defense, doing that as well. Has, if he didn't go for Bloodlines, it had the economy for the pikeman upgrade as well, but there's still the issue of speed and catching up with the cavalry, which foot soldiers don't easily do. Last scout goes down for Pirate here, now left with only 3 spearmen for defense, and 50 seconds yet to go for the castle age. Six knights already for the Khmer player as the Teutons player reaches the next age. It is double stables for the Teutons as well, but and Bloodlines is in, attack is in. You don't need to stress the defense because the Teutons get +1 melee defense instantly when they reach the next age. Spearman gets a few free hits here and gets some free hits on the scouts over here as well for Pirate. The overall numbers though are ahead for the knights here. Paviz pulls back out, will want to wait for larger numbers before engaging. Oh, this is an ambitious TC for Pirate here. He's gone into the spearman. Why are you running away, Paviz? This could easily be denied. Oh, that TC is gonna go up, isn't it? I mean, it still gives the number advantage. It's also useful for Paviz to know that the second TC is going up. Paviz actually adding a third one here, so Khmer Boom should be in a better spot already, also keeping the military lead behind this. Spearman, only the attack upgrade, so the knights can easily focus those. Of course, they have the Teuton's melee defense bonus, but too few spears here to make a significant difference fighting underneath. Some TC5 here without +2 defense, that's going to hurt the knights quite a bit. It also idles one of the 2 town centers for Pirate here, who seems to be struggling to keep more than 1 TC producing while making army as well. So Paviz snowballing it a bit here, 12 military to 8, slight village lead. It's even, but Paviz is in the lead here, having 3 town centers, securing more economy and keeping consistent villager and knights production as well. So, good raid for the gold. Will Paviz react and hop into the houses? Saves 1 villager there, saves 2, saves most of them, not all though. Thank you, DE, for that villager pathing. I feel like I can just abandon this gold now though and go to the safety of the TC over here, though, even though it's going to expire at some point. Garrison's TC again, but there's only room for so many villagers inside. Paviz losing some villagers here, but still keeping that lead. Not with wheelbarrow yet though, so this villager number is essentially even between these 2 players. We'll have to have a look at the counter aggression here as well. The pike numbers doubling up for Pirate here. Still only +1 attack, +1 defense, but forcing Paviz to escape, of course. Not succeeding in getting any villagers here. It's 2 TCs to 3, and Paviz keeps consistent production out of 3 TCs here, so in doubling up on that Villager's lead, cleaning up the raids at home as well, and careful to take the fights with the Knights, as the Khmer player now is at 21 Knights, and basically only needs to add some siege forward now, add some of those Khmer Scorpions that happen to have 1 extra range as well, and you could, to some extent, negate the Pike's masses. Ooh. Splitting up Knights here, will they get the box in time? Double conversion for Pirate here. Oh, fantastic value for the monks. Maybe Paviz shouldn't have split up there, just at least get 1 monk, but would still lose 1 knight to conversion if that was the case. So that was a bit of a gamble. And now both the monks have used their conversion juice, so to speak, so they have a way to go for that recharge. The knights run in again, but the pike numbers, we need some additional unit here for Paviz. These are too many pikes to fight, even with fully upgraded knights here, and we only have +1/+1 here. Paviz floating quite a bit of gold here now. 21 on food. Sees production of knights. Is he actually going to idle for imp here? Nope. Still queuing builders. 30Z now going up for Pirate. Pirates behind by 14 villagers, but again with wheelbarrow in, that means the equivalent of 70 villagers for Pirate here, so the difference isn't as large as it might seem to be. Pirate lacking bow saw, so that hurts the wood income a little bit. Not too big of a deal though, and now using the mobility of the knights to deny some buildings going up here, as Paviz really wants the market up to transition the gold into some food or wood as needed for further units production here. It's amazing how 23 farms like that still doesn't bring enough food to keep everything running. It's obviously queuing builders, but now idling knights production for a bit because of lack of food. Pirates keeps focusing on the gold to, which arguably, looking at the investment of gold isn't really the issue here. So Pirates could actually, obviously you can never know, but if Pirate had hit the food economy here, maybe it would be better value for the raids forward here to cripple the production of the opponent. Yeah, that's going to be a conversion again. Good monk usage here by Pirate, swaying the difference between armies here is mainly pikes, though, but the monks, of course, could heal up armies and convert enemy units as well. It's as good of an addition as any. 1 relic in for Pirate as well. I don't think relics are going to matter too much here. Looks to be 5 of them. But now, confident in the situation at home with the 3 TCs protecting core economy, Pirate is moving forward with the pikes to diminish the numbers of Paviz, now down to 11 knights, adding some scorpions, which I question as to why they hadn't been added earlier. Now finally on the field, 7+1 range, that's more than the generic scorpion, as the team bonus of Khmer is 1 more range on the scorpions. So they're evening out their armies quite a bit here. Pirate now with the military momentum though, after these forward pick-offs of knights and whatnot. The KD is quite similar as well, with Pirate through the knights raids earlier on has been able to snipe much more villagers, so the overall villager situation is evening out as well, even though Pirate was later to the 3rd TC. Now adding a TC number 4 on the gold over here. Could also long distance hunt if need be to boost the food income. And a castle on the hill here to protect gold to the side. And yeah, I don't think we're going to see any mill at this point in the game, but it's an option for sure. That's also protected if you're really in a pinch for food. I still think I believe in the Khmer late game for land madness, because Khmer gets Hussars as well, fantastic raid options, and the farms are just gathering food at a ridiculous rate. So if this game goes to Imperial Age, which it very well might for Paviz here, then the Khmer Hussar raids could be a big concern for Pirate at home base, because you can't really full wall landmans because of these unbuildable stone terrains and whatnot. And also, let's have a look if Paviz has husbandry in. I don't think it does. No, the speed is the same. With husbandry, it's going to tick up to 148 or something for the Khmer Knights here. So that's one that Paviz should really consider getting to always be able to catch up with the Teutons, Knights, and Cavalry here. Scorpions joining in. How many Scorps? 7 Scorps total. That's bad news for the Pikes here, and that's basically all of the pikemen that Pirate has at this point. If this mass gets lost in this engagement, then Pirate will be very vulnerable at home. Good Knights micro there by Pirates, going to focus down most of the Scorpions here. Good micro in general, and Imperial Age earlier for the Teutons player here as well. Fantastic defense for Pirates. Paviz will be following suit shortly here. It's just lacking 100 food to go to the next stage. Nope. Never mind, it's queuing War Military. It's going to fight against an Imperial Age Teutons here. And again, Pirate, like in the first game, is going Imperial Age here while losing most of the army bats. However, the eco situation is vastly different. It's 4 TCs and an established boom here for Pirate. And this time around, it might very well work out, but it's always bad news to lose your military while on the way to Imperial Age. Anyway, just 1 minute to go. What is Imperial Age going to give Pirate here? So military count is comparable. I guess Paviz wanted to stay in the Castle Age for extended armies, but that's, I mean, it's not really matching the numbers, so a bit of decision making to be made here. Knights raiding over here. I don't know what Paviz was up to. Maybe try to get a lumbercamp up or something here, but did get obstructed. Imperial Age is in. Eta Imperiale. The GG is called by Paviz. Pirate gets the first home map, and now we'll be going to Paviz's home map next. Exclamation mark maps for the maps, exclamation mark draft for the draft as we move on here. Gonna go through the stats and then to the next game in the set. Very even KD here, but the Imperial Age paying off for Pirates. After all, going into Halberdier, of course, yeah, then the Castle Age Knights don't stand a chance. But the mass deceiving here, only 8 pikemen and production, nothing too crazy. Maybe this wasn't over. Oh, look at the economy! So, I think I've never seen that before with only 13 resources difference between the two. Game 3 on Atacama. Let's go. So this is Paviz's first home map. He did a good show on Arabia with the Aztecs for game 1, and now for game 3 he's got with Magyars for Atacama, which is a versatile civ. They get melee attack upgrades instantly upon reaching each next stage. So in my opinion, Men-at-Arms Tower is really strong on Atacama. You could easily deny the middle woodlands through Men-at-Arms Tower's aggression, and that extra attack even strengthens your opening. Then again, Magyars benefit from the same for their scouts. So they could open with scouts and get forging instantly, and they also get 15% cheaper scouts, so it's easier to mass scouts in general with the Magyars. Pirate here with the Cumans. Now Cuman's more of a semi-defensive booming civ. Has the option of adding a second town center in the feudal age, and not a bad idea for Atacama, to be honest, because if you manage to get your feudal age town center up on the woodland in the middle, there's only so much men-at-arms and towers or scouts can do. So that might be the line of thinking for Pirate here, going for the first lumber camp close to home base here. I'm going to tap that fast forward again and keep an eye out for lames and general scouting of the opponents. That's a pretty early scouting for Pirate here, but he seems to have found the core resources. Will not be able to lane boar in the back here, but does find a sheep and will bring it back home. Paviz committing to pushing deer here. Could be a scouts opening again. 3 on wood is usually indicative of that, but it's also possible to pull off a 21 population men-at-arms feudal age with only 3 on wood. That's kind of the new thing. Deer pushing from both sides here, and the stolen sheep going all the way to the edge and back home here. That's 100 extra food for Pirate here. Now going to the middle. And... lumber camp, okay, yeah. I thought it was going to drop a TC already, but a bit too early for that. Now, humans also have a discount on their archery ranges and stables these days, so that really for buffs their feudal age pressure with the option of adding 2 stables right away, for example, or 2 ranges for that matter, or more ranges, and go completely bonkers with that. This seems like a... is it going to be a scouts play for Pirate here? It's a bit low on wood. Population up the same for both of them. Paviz moves into scout if there's going to be a second town center or what's going to happen here. And they're just terrorizing each other, losing HP on their starting scout, but also idling in the economy. Oh, Paviz might lose the scout here. Stable going up for Paviz, while Pirate will be going similar to the Land Madness game here, play it more defensively with Spearman first. There comes the stable. So first Spearman, then stable. Better safe than sorry, as they say. I have to say I'd rather want to see the range, even from the Cubans, I'd rather want to see the range here as a gold, because it's so easy to deny these cramped woodlands like this. Wall vaults easily going to keep the scouts out. Of course, Paviz would be walling or reacting differently if he'd seen the archery ranges of Pirate. But a tower here, or archers here, will force the villagers to relocate again and again, or alternatively to force a defensive tower up, and that's a an investment that will delay any town centers in the castle age. So they're both playing the scouts. Pirate has been doubling up on the spears though to keep the core economy safe here. No second TC for the Cubans at all, playing it more conventionally here, not trying for the boom. Paviz can try to focus in the single spears even with 3 scouts here because of that extra attack, but obviously chooses not to. Just going to gather some scouting intel here, and they'll be hitting each other on home base with the mobility of the scouts here. Main goal actually quite close to TC here for Paviz, so maybe the second town center of the castle will be going down close to this one to keep all the farming economy and the gold safe here. Those spearmen to defend the lumber camp at home for Paviz, and there it goes. First villager down for Paviz. But Pirate loses the scouts in the process as well, having to attend to some aggression at home at the same time. So classic distraction maneuver from Paviz here on the enemy side to cause Pirate to lose the offensive scouts at home base. Pirate seems with a little few on wood now. There's not much left on this woodland, so we'll need to re-establish that one. There's not enough wood for another town center, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen either. Ah, he says. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. A second spear, maybe? Scouts moving in here. And again, dodging the spear. 5 scouts, so could easily take out 1 defensive spear. He will take some damage along the way, but the Paviz forging scouts now getting their counter aggression down here. Archers out for Pirate even. The intention obviously being to snipe enemy spearmen, most likely. 7 scouts out. And humans suffering quite a bit here now. No ranged unit being added by Paviz, just committing to the scouts here. But also succeeding in idling the gold, delaying any archers production or Castle Age transition. And only 1 spearman for Pirate here as well, which again can be easily focused down by the forging scouts. But why send the scouts when you can send the spearman of your own to fight? Ooh, quick house is failing there for Pirates. Gonna lose another villager, perhaps. 3-1 is the villager eco KD here. Spearman scrambling in to deal with some of the scouts, but Paviz succeeds in salvaging most of the scouts here by jabating away 1 spearman with the units forward here. What's the eco situation here? Somewhat similar. Pirates with a bit more on wood, probably because of the archers investment here, but Paviz should be having the edge towards the castle here. 10 scouts now, double stables, cheaper scouts for the Magyars. Remember, it's 15% discount on the scouts. And there's an overchop on the wood line. Nice spot of Paviz here, and all these villagers are going to die now because the spearmen are out, or most of them anyway, because the spearmen are out of position, or more importantly, Pirate is off wood. Only 1 left on wood, and that's this guy chopping a strategy that admittedly has some wood left on it, but losing wood like this, that's why the most frustrating thing on Atacama. Is just hard to come by. They managed to break through the palisade wall here. They're going to go for more villagers, and these spearman numbers, they're just not there to deal with these scouts either. Woodline gets denied again, spearman gets focused down, and some scouts need to go out. So good reaction by Pirate to go counter-aggression on the woodland on Paviz as well. But Paviz has the numbers here in the right places. Keeps denying wood. Will probably get another spearman here and clean up the aggression at home. Blacksmith gets somewhat delayed here, but all in all, salvaging most of the scouts' numbers, committing to the feudal age still here, but will be set up for a faster Castle Age regardless. Only 200 food left to go, and actually we'll need to complete the blacksmith as well, but that's happening as we speak. Many spearmen here for Pirates, but again needing to evacuate the woodland. It's so annoying. It's going to make it so much harder to make quick walls, quick houses, buildings, everything, anything you need. A house plugging the gap over here now for Paviz, maybe planning another. Okay, the next lumber cap is going up over there actually. Castle Age, yeah, Castle Age now all the way. You know, with Paviz reaching the Castle Age here, it might actually be GG for Pirate, because Pirate is lagging so far behind, taking losses as well. 9 builders lost total. Between all of this though, Paviz only 4 villagers ahead by the looks of it, so there's been some idle TC time behind this as well. Too many spears here to focus down. I think for, well, 12 scouts to 4 spears, I guess you could risk it. This is almost all the armies of Pirates, so if this army gets lost to proper micro, then Pirates will again risk being taken off the woodline. Yeah, focus is down so quickly. No, even with the forging in for Pirate as well. Not having defense there hurts when fighting with the spearmen against a huge mass of scouts. They just pull back out, more quick walls going up here, but will it happen in time? I think Paviz is going to go for that woodland yet again. Another overchop, but that gets spotted in time by Pirate over here, so price is averted for now. But there's the cancellation. Pirate didn't even click up yet. Doesn't have a market, I think, to adjust here. And there's the light cap upgrade for Paviz. GG is called. Paviz takes game number 3. Let's have a look at the statistics and move on to game 4 for Pirates' second home map, which is not Pirates' second home map, which is Nomad. Alright, let's go for it. Nomad it is, and as soon as we introduce the civs here, we're going to fast forward it quite a bit. Paviz with the Lithuanians here, and in what is, in my opinion, a horrible town center. Right on the shoreline, if you lose water, it's GG for a town center. Oh, they're both Italian, okay. And they are... Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, but... they're saying it's not in the rules with the restart, I assume, when the TCs are this close. So they're going to have a fun and eventful game here. Pirate with the TC over here, setting up for yeah, getting most of the map here. You could actually wall out Paviz with wall here, wall here, wall here maybe, and then Paviz has nowhere to go. But it's no bad, that's why I'm fast forwarding a bit. Even when they're this close, there's not going to be any crazy Dark Age aggression, save for maybe stealing some or killing some of each other's hunt and stuff. Paviz walling up here with some houses, doesn't want to risk any being walled out here, I guess. We have to appreciate Pirate's position here, but Paviz is the first one going up here with Lithuanians. And closing in on the fuel age right now, we have 7 fish for each player, not too uncommon for Nomad. You have to dock on these maps with so much fish, and they both found the nice corner of the map with the most fish as well. Neither player has gone to stone, so I think this is going to... I'm not sure what Pirate is planning. They're really close. So I guess Pirates could actually go archers here and deny any expansion from Paviz. It's not going to be a fast castle, but because the food count is way too low for that, and Paviz going to commit to naval aggression here with the Lithuanians. Third dock going up here for Paviz, as far as I can tell, and really going to try and cripple Pirate's economy here. Pirate, how many on gold here? 6 on gold, while Paviz has the gold right over here. 5 on gold, but he's sending a 6th one as well. You need 3 on gold to support 1 dock consistent fire galley production. And the fish are going down for Pirate. May already be transitioning into land economy. Here goes a tower on the main woodland, that I should say, of Paviz's home base here. But he doesn't see it. He knows the TC is here, so he should maybe expect it. But here it goes. Doesn't lose any builders, but we'll have to relocate them. I don't think... I mean, Pirate is not on stone, so this is going to be the one and only tower, but it's still really denying activity around the TC here. Paviz with 3 fire galleys, with Pirate with triple dock production. They're both with triple docks, but Paviz is falling behind in production numbers here, maybe slightly because of losing wood access as well. Demolition ships would be very nice here, and this repair builder is keeping this one alive in the fight, giving Pirate the advantage here. Yeah, here comes the demo. That's good. Change things up quickly. Yep, only that one tower. That's it. Could get 3 or 4 ships at once here. That's two ships going down. Great demo trade here. Sending most of the galleys back for repairs as well. But Pirate has the demo here as well. Oh, we're gonna blow up some stuff here again. That's almost 2 ships, weakening quite a few of them. That's just 1 for 1 there. So a trade you usually don't want to take with demos if you're Pirate. But some true naval aggression here, and they're really matching in numbers. And they both got their repair micro on points here. So Paviz with the earlier fuel age making that, using that to his advantage here, of course. Big fight for the fish food income here, but Pirate seems to have a more healthy eco setup here. Could almost pull off a fast castle style play here, on Paviz reacting to the towers here with a defensive tower of their own. And going to stone again here, so really committing to the feudal age tower play here could be hurtful when Pirate gets up to the next stage. And Pirate, in the meantime, also still challenging water, but not giving up. 5 fire galleys to 7 here. Still feels like Pirate has most of the map on land to its advantage though, and the economy is suggesting a smoother transition towards the next stage. It did pull away the fishing ships as well, so they both salvaged their ships. Only 1 fishing ship dead in this exchange here. Could be that Paviz wants to go for a cast drop in the next age as well, and it's not it's actually saving up for that rather than more towers. But it would be very beneficial to take Pirate off gold as well, because that would cripple naval production, lacking the gold, and the other golds are really far away. So that's certainly a valid play here. You don't want to overextend on towers on Nomad though, because if the other opponent defends well enough, you'll get a castle in your face in no time. So who's winning on water? Paviz definitely winning on water, and actually going to follow suit to the castle. Nope, missing both buildings. Paviz is missing both buildings. He's making the blacksmith. He's making only the blacksmith, not the market just yet, unless he's placing it somewhere else by the dock villager. So should be a solid head start to the castle age for Pirate here. Another dock for Pirate, so that's not a great dock in terms of fishing, but it should help double up on the numbers on water if need be. Big old naval fight here. Paviz still missing that second building. Classic thing to forget when you want to go up, especially on Nomad when there's lots of action and you don't necessarily build a lumber camp as early as on other maps, because you always place your first town center on a wood line, or should anyway. The market is up, so Paviz is going up as well, but the Malians player well ahead here, 2 minutes head start to the castle age for Pirate. Even makes for a potential return on water. Is doubling up on the production here, producing out of 4 docks, and with War Galley in, Pirate could get demolition ships as well, and easily take out Paviz's remaining numbers. And I think that's what's going to happen here. Pirate doesn't want to let the Lithuanians get the fish boom for free. War Galley coming in, but a demo shot coming in before that hits. That's some good weakening, but nice snipe of the demolition ship of by I think it was Paviz as well. Fish now to be contested. I think that's what Paviz needs to do now. He realizes that the naval situation is lost here and will start to chase the fish instead. Has a fire galley down here to block a bit maybe. Yeah, we keep chasing, and Pirate will get War Galley, but also finally lose the fish. They'll both be losing the fish. Paviz has been investing more extensively on water in general. Here comes the castle age, and where's that castle going to go? That has to go offensively, right? He might castle drop the TC, he might castle drop something else. Is seen. There's, oh yeah, that outpost going up here is going to reveal the location of... Wait, there's a knight out now. reveal the location of the woodline, but yeah. I think Pirate is happy with this castle drop, to put it that way. This castle only denies the starting TC of Pirate, and Pirate almost has the wood to build a TC elsewhere. You could drop it on the stones and golds here on the stone on woodline, or whatever resource is needed here. Yes, the castle will go up, the quick walls are in place, except for maybe an opening there, but it's going to be awkward. Might lose some builders going from the TC and elsewhere, but Pirate isn't even queuing any. It's just not panicking and relocating further to the side instead. With the castle up though, Paviz with Lithuanians can make the unique unit the lightest from the castle, and that should be an easy response to the Malians cavalry, because lightest ignore armor on any unit. I see upgrades coming in from the blacksmith here as well, so no stable for Paviz to get bloodlines for the cavalry. That makes the lightest a little bit weaker for the time being anyway. And Pirate has succeeded in taking back the naval situation as well. 4 docks are going to hopefully invest into more fish again when the situation allows. Paviz managed to pull away 4 of the fishing ships, but we'll be losing that last dock, and we'll have to redock somewhere to make use of that. There's not really any good place to dock other than the right side corridor also. They've been lucky to fight in that area. No bloodlines for these lighties, no second armor either, so they definitely shouldn't be spending too much time underneath town centers like that. Light is actually a slightly better raiding unit, because it also ignores the armor of the melee armor of the infantry. It's only 1 melee armor, but it still makes a difference overall. Some small potential raids for Pirate here on land with the Malian cavalry. Also no bloodlines, actually. And some crucial scouting information to confirm that Paviz has a second TC app. This town center is sort of being idled by this tower. So you'd have to make sure always to send the villagers away from this town center, otherwise they run into the woodline and tower fire and die needlessly. Outpost going up here, crucial for map vision on Nomad, where you need to know when or where the opponent is taking the key resources. There's lots of extra stones and golds on Nomad as opposed to regular maps. Eight light is out for Paviz and 70 military total for Pirate, but 9 of those are water, so the land armies are very much comparable here. The monks are in as well, and converting some lighties to the dark side here. That's 2 Malians lighties out on the field, even focusing down 1 of Paviz's lighties here. And 1 monk goes down, but great value from the 2 monks from Pirate here to diminish the lighties numbers. As Paviz is extending the boom, and we are setting up for an extended Castle Age into Imperial Age here, maybe, because there's no defined leader here currently. Scores are just 300 points apart. The eco is similar, except for lacking some eco upgrades here, and the military situation is tolerable for Pirate. For Paviz, I mean, compared to Pirate. Looks like Paviz is off gold. Not collecting gold over here, even though that's technically grabbable. TC on the gold over here is not exactly protected by the castle, but entry for raiding parties from the south side is at least covered by this castle. Some camels out for pirate, but now extending into the fish boom as well, has as healthy of a food source as Paviz, but will not need to invest into nearly as many farms. In fact, Pirate doesn't have a single farm yet. That could actually backfire once the distance for fish income goes further and further. But let's have a little look at Paviz's pirates. It's no gill nets either. If you get gill nets, it's the fishing ships will move faster and be more efficient. But not quite the case here. Contesting the relics, I love to see that. You don't want to let the Lithuanians have the relics for their attack bonus on the cavalry. Or knights and knightesses. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about the food economy of Pirate, to be honest. Yes, extending into lots of fishing ships, but until you get fish traps out, and then this is like real long distance farming. They do collect more food while they're at it, but the travel distance just increases as you deplete the deep fish, so it's just going to be less and less efficient. Yeah, here's this starting spot I was talking about. If you place the TC this close to the shoreline, you're just begging to be taken out like this by more galleys or fire ships or whatever. Never place the TC on the shoreline unless you're absolutely competent and positive that you will be able to win water. Good spot by the raiding, patrolling fire ships of Pirate as well to deny a redock in the north. Pirate to deny a redock in the north of Paviz. $80 eco units to 76 here, but the general village count is well ahead for Paviz, so more diverse economy here. Gildlet's now going in for pirates, so he didn't forget about that. That should increase the... yeah, you see the fishing ships moving faster. So that helps a lot. I guess they gather faster as well, since they move faster. Who gets the better end of the deal here? No relics for the Lithuanians. Upgrades are similar as well, +2 defense coming in for the Malians player. Another castle will need to quick wall here, perhaps, to keep the knights from stopping that one. Pikemen are here to help as well, and even a monkey. I guess it's fine. This castle goes up a bit too far away to deny this woodland, but it also gives Paviz the left side of the map here, and overall control over that side. The golds will eventually become an issue. Generally speaking, if you place castles on nobody, you'll benefit from placing them on the golds here and there as well, so that your opponent gets denied of them, but denying woodlines, not bad either. No fletching or no bodkin, but with fletching and bodkin, I think you deny a little bit of this as well. Camels and knights with the raiding efforts here. Getting some builders. 24, 20 KD here. Pikemen investment from Paviz here. Good response to the camels especially. Because camels can't really fight pikes as successfully as knights can, as far as you can consider it successful. Pirate, aiming for the earlier Imperial Age again, will try to get some of the defensive castles out of the way. What's the military situation here? Most of the military in the naval part here. Geppettos, they are being added as a response to the pikemen, so the combination of Geppetto and cavalry and monks here should be good against the Lithuanians in theory. But Paviz has the upper hand in the land military here. Lightis and pikes mainly playing the boom and economy here still, though, and gets... oh, that's a lot of monks. That's a lot of monks. Will he be able to take him out? 1, 2... Oh, that's quick conversions. That's real quick conversions. Yeah, good one on Pirate there. Gets 3 lighties back on Team Malians again, and the Imperial H just a few seconds away now, 30 seconds away. Paviz will need to bail and still has gold access over here, but in general only 7 on gold. Now heavy on the stone here. And it's a perfect castle for Pirate, covering both the golds from the hill here. Not to mention that Pirate has the Imperial Age. Paviz is still far off food-wise to do so. Imperial Age Malians, they are dangerous. They have access to Farimba as an upgrade from the castles, which will give their cavalry units +5 attack. Fantastic raiding potential within the light cav and camels or cavaliers. Of course, as a result, you're missing the last attack upgrade, otherwise they would be truly OP. Paviz is really wasting lighties here now. It's producing lighties out of 2 castles. That seems to be Paviz's main unit, but now with Trebuchets out for Pirate here, that is going to be a big concern for the blue player here. The castles will go down, and then what do you do if you want to play the cavalry here? Another TC now for Pirate. Pirate goes to the next stage lower on economy, then extends the economy later on. But there's the fish eco, of course, eliminating the need for lots of farms. It's seeing the farm transition happening here now. Only horse color for those though, and wood count quite low here. So Paviz still has the map control. Will lose a castle, yes, but will be able to go Imperial Age here and could always transition into stables instead. Has 1 relic, so that gives another attack for the stable units as well. And now Imperial Age on the way. They're like splitting the map in half here, but again, this castle is amazing for Pirate to have the hill for positioning and to cover golds on either side. But there it is. Paviz sees the Gebetto switch more than anything. Sees, I guess they aren't elite yet, but they're still real deadly to pikemen and that sort of thing. So, not much to do here. Going to Imperial Age is costly as well, but I don't think a Castle Age could push this either with a couple of Trebs and Geppettos to defend them. Pirate is lower in overall economy, but nothing too crazy unless we're talking plain builders here where Paviz has 40 more, but this fish economy is essentially a substitute for farms until you need to invest into farms as well eventually. Let's have a look at the stats and go into the decider game on Paviz's last home map, which should be Golden Pit. Yeah, builders are high, but fishing ships, there's a difference. Paviz fought for water but lost it, giving the Malians the economy needed to push the Lithuanians over the edge. So this is the game. If you've seen me put up the games, you've seen it in the folder already a couple of times. But game 5 on Golden Pit, Vikings, Mayans. I expect we'll see some archers here. Golden Pit it is. It's basically Mayan's dream map because you'll almost never run out of gold. I don't think I've seen that in the Golden Pit game yet, running out of gold. Mayans need gold to really benefit from their unit variety, namely the Eagle Warrior costing 50 gold a piece, or is it 60? Yeah, I think it's 50. And but also the archers, of course. Mayans have cheaper archers, 10, 20 and 30% cheaper. The resources last longer, so throughout the game, so any resource will last you even longer as well. So these 90 tiles of gold will be essentially 115 tiles of gold by the time they are depleted. It's a 15% lasting longer resources. And Paviz with the Vikings here. Vikings have lost Clambering, but they still get wheeled by one handcart instantly upon reaching the next stage. So they, needless to say, they have a very strong economy. Looks like Paviz might be going for the men-at-arms here. Don't see any gold investment though, so it could just be the straight archers as well. Second, Lover Camp. Okay, straight archers. Now let's see what the Mayans' plan is over here. The barracks goes up. 3 on gold. Walling in towards the TC here, maybe expecting some kind of Mongol Vikings infantry play. It is the infantry. Guess I missed the gold investment there. But here we go, moving out. Pirate spots the movement, will small wall the crucial resources, I think. And also wall in towards the TC, as you can see here, so it's going to be more awkward for the militia to find their way inside enemy base. Men-at-arms are in, and Vikings men-at-arms, no joke these days. They get the full 20% hit points bonus. Oh, nice, using the scout to block the walls there as well. Or was that a quick wall? I think we'll still break through the palisade here before the scout dies, and the men-at-arms are in. Yeah, great aggression from Paviz. Move in! Move in! Move in! Oh, pity. Crisis averted there for Pirate. Does lose one builder along the way, but that's certainly worth it to keep these 350 HP Vikings men-at-arms out of the way. Eagle Scout moving out to... I think it's trying to track the follow-up here, going to see if it sees the archers moving out for Paviz here. Tracking the men-at-arms with an archer as well. No fletching yet, but that should probably be right around the corner for Pirate here. 6 on gold, 6 on food, and these cows, still 4 cows to eat here. And berries. It's ridiculous how the Mayans' eco just lasts you forever. You could probably camp within the walls for longer than any other civilization in the game on Golden Pit, just because of that Mayans bonus. Blacksmith going up for the Vikings, only one range, that's usual follow-up with the men-at-arms opening. Archers moving out and denying that last bit of walling here. It's only 3 archers for Pirates, but there's more to come, of course. The follow-up going to enter from a different direction. Not sure if Pirate knows or not that it's open to the side, but will move in to confirm. Really? Gather up. Oh, this is a nice move to collect the units if that's the play here. Skirmishers, Eagle Scout running close, trying to get that one. There's going to be at least one dead builder for Paviz over here. The ELO villagers didn't go down actually, so good defense by Paviz here as another wave of these dirt cheap Mayans archers moving out. Sorry, I had to sort a message there, so it's stopped talking for a bit. But we have a fight here, the pirate moving close to the skirmishers to try to abuse the fact that skirmishers have been in range and they aren't in critical mass here for Paviz. Sorry, for Paviz. So Paviz loses the numbers here, but he also buys the time needed to wall. Oh wait, that's still open. That's still open. That is still open. It looks closed, but it's still open. Click in. Just click in. That has to be an opening. Surely that's an opening. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's a tree behind there I'm not seeing. Are we going in? The palisade is weakening enough, and fletched archers able to snipe a villager as well. Very weak villager. This one's going to be one dead villager for the Vikings, but who cares? They could wheelbarrow instantly. That's 3 villagers worth of time anyway. Nice microing there. No, saves it again! Wow, amazing! Look at this guy's 4 HP total. This 3 HP and 1 HP. That's ridiculous. And it keeps the Alliance numbers out. But Imperial Age, I say, Castle Age on the way for the Mayans here. While Paviz lacks the gold to go to the next stage, floating tons of food here. Almost looks like Paviz wants to follow up with Knights in the Castle Age, which is weird. Archers pushing from both sides of the walls here, so if they get in and the pirate gets to the crossbow upgrade here as well, that's just has to be GG for Paviz. Paviz lost a crucial earlier engagement there, trying to get the full walls in, getting a little bit too greedy here maybe. Facing attack on both fronts here, and I'm sure Paviz is not going to expect the Mayans to be up at the time that's coming here. That's going to be 22 minutes 30 seconds Castle Age. So if Pirates just careful with the army mass here now and doesn't lose them needlessly, could use that bodkin arrow and crossbow upgrade to take out archers and skirmishers from a distance from Paviz. Paviz now place the market, selling food for gold, matching or going to the Castle Age, but not matching the uptime here, of course. 2 minutes behind. Huge window of opportunity for Pirates to engage. But he's trapped in the corner. He's trapped in the corner with the armies here, chasing with the eagle in front, getting some free shots in with the archers and skirmishers, and has another wave of units coming in from the other side as well. Castle Age is in. Paviz is making men-at-arms. I think that's just another unit to mix in as a complementary unit in front of the archers and skirmishers, but being hit from both fronts here, being up against Castle Age Mayans, who also happens to have a military lead and economic advantage, I should say. Paviz taps out, calls the GG. Pirate is the champion of one of the gold division finals of mid-ELO medieval tournament. Let's have a look at the stats. Quick game actually to end it here. Surprisingly enough, a loss on Paviz's home map. Ecos quite strong ecos, since both of these ecos are actually similar, but Pirates safe at home, weathering storm from the initial men-at-arms, and then just overwhelming with the cheaper Mayans archers and an earlier Castle Age better eco balance after the initial aggression. So that wraps up this gold division set.